It's the Salt Lake City Elks taking on the Brooklyn Bulls.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who have helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hodges. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. 9 yards that time. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. They're going to look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And this is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His fourth touchdown on the year. And the Elks march it right down the field on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well. Won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. That'll be caught over the middle by Moss. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 8 and a first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Sherman. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Sherman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. They run the option here on 1st and 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Escaping the pressure, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bulls are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum, because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. Hands it off out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago, their second straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along, and from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively, and this team now has an identity, and they're playing to it and playing well.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They'll look to throw here. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The offense on third down tonight, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw here to Gabriel, middle of the field. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The offense on third down tonight, no problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. In trouble, and he's taken down.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, Try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way. And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open, just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
Well, here's where having mobility sometimes can work against you as a quarterback. He thinks he can retreat and outrun the pressure. But that time, they zeroed in on him and took him down for a big loss, partner.
A really big loss. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. The 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
No question, he's so dangerous down here near the goal line. The safeties, they have to be involved in run support against a quarterback like this. And in turn, they're going to ask their teammates to be involved as well.
2nd and 6. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive.
Everyone gears up for 3rd down, talks about the importance of it. But 4th down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Everything's dialed up a little bit more. You know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on 4th down.
2nd and 3. He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL. Some great games still to come. And I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Then, more good stuff to follow later in the afternoon. One good one being under the dome in Indy, where it'll be the Colts taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Well, I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And a loose football. And the defense has come up with it. And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
They bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Fielded at the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The throw over the middle taken in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 more yards there and another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Kramer. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. It fights him off. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
They'll run on 1st down. Overstreet. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. And they're going to get the first down here as he's up to the 14. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. And they give this time to the tailback. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
2nd and 12.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger gain.
And on now is the punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. That's taken on the 25.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Pressure comes, and down he goes.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Bulls have taken the lead.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make this a second down. With his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need...
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The offense on third down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 15.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to a first down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And to give this time to the tailback. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's 2nd and 8. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs. And they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And he's got his big wide receiver complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bulls are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Escapes the sack. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a 1st down.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So they bring out their punter as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a two-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. 2nd and 4. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Kramer. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. And in a two-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Touchdown! A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Elks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that drive in total 8 plays. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Wide open receiver complete. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Hands it off out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long. We'll see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for our visitors, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Salt Lake City, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis.